When assessing a piano, I really do like to tune it if I've got time. That was the ideal way of assessing it. So in this case, I'm going to just fine-tune the piano. It's been out to a concert about a month ago and shouldn't be too out of tune. It's come back into this venue where we keep pianos all the time. We've been keeping a good grand piano here for a long time. I think over 20 years, and selling it and then putting another one in. So the octave C, I'm not using a electronic device to help me because I'm not altering the pitch. Basically, that helps a lot when you're altering the pitch. While tuning, I noticed some of the notes are a little bit bright, so that G there, for instance. So I'll be voicing a little bit after this. I've tuned the temperament area. For me, it's, as I've gone through this before in other videos, I do fifths and octaves. It's amazing how varied tuners are in the way they choose to tune, and I've always done this from the beginning actually. It's how I learnt and haven't changed. And then up octaves, sharpening slightly each note, very slightly. Unisons are practically in tune. There's this one here that's very slightly out. And this has been used in this venue regularly. I think maybe for piano teaching, a little bit of playing. I don't think there's been any concerts since it's been here though. It's about a month. Now I've done right up to the top treble, and we'll do the tenor down to the bass. Around this area, due to slight change in the humidity, you often find the octaves are slightly out. That one's fine. And that's gone slightly flat. I check octaves, fifths and fourths. Try to get them all as pure as possible. In this case, the fifth is pure and the fourth is less pure. And the octave is slightly flat. So let's just raise it very slightly. As we said before, the most important thing is stability. And you achieve stability by leaning into it like this, as it were, not turning the pin, but kind of allowing the tension to equalize and then hitting it hard as well. By the way, if you hit the notes hard a lot, then recommend ear protection. In fact, generally recommend ear protection. When I do the bass notes, I use one wedge between the two. That saves time, basically. And then we can do this note. Slightly flat. So that's the whole piano fine-tuned, and just checking the octaves now, and the fifths. So my final check is always octaves, fifths from here. And I pay a lot of attention to the very top end, which I find the hardest to hear, and I think we all do if we miss it. Now my colleagues tuned this before me, and really very, very stable tuning. He's been an experienced tuner for a long time now. And I don't think I can improve those at all. As I say, the stability is the key, really. So if something's, well, minusculely out of tune, I'm not talking about unisons. You want the unisons to always be in tune, but the octaves, the fifths, there's quite a lot of variety amongst tuners, surprisingly enough. And concert pianists, they're looking for stability is number one. Obviously, during a concert, you don't want it to go out of tune. So on the day of the concert, you don't really do fine tuning. So on the day of the concert, you don't alter the pitch of anything. You just check all the fine tuning. So this piano, I've been assessing it, and well, magnificent really, what can I say? One of my favourite pianos.